Happy Halloween! October 31st, coming up on 3:30 in the afternoon. Figure I'd give another update. Not a lot's been going on since the last one. October 9th, the Conservation Commission had their meeting regarding a bunch of issues, but we were on the agenda. And it looks like everything got approved. A couple of questions. One of them was water runoff, runoff water, rainwater, that kind of stuff. Concerned as far as the neighbors wondering where it was going to go. And the other question was regarding the driveway, because again, runoff, wastewater, that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is we got to have a gravel driveway for now. Not the end of the world, not a big deal. And just make sure that the land is pitched appropriately to the proper location. So that's that. That got approved. And on October 11th, we got the amended OOC, or Order of Conditions, which I have at the office. I have the permit at the office. I have the wastewater and groundwater, usable water from the city. I have from the town. I have that at the office as well. And we have to have a 10-day holding period from October 11th, which involves making sure nobody has a last-minute complaint or wants to file an objection. That went without incident. That expired on October 26th, so there was no people complaining or nobody going against the order, objecting the order. That's the word I was looking for. Nobody was objecting the order, so green light, thumbs up, full throttle. Try to get a hold of my civil contractor, Joe Ponce from Pont Construction, and is trying to get a hold of Chris Simmons from Simmons Concrete. Those are the guys doing the excavation and the foundation. Been playing phone tag. I'm trying to coordinate 3 different people here, myself and them 2. Tried calling him Friday. I didn't get anywhere with Chris. That was my first call. Since I didn't get anywhere with him, I didn't even bother calling Joe. Monday, I called again in the morning. I didn't even leave a message. I called Chris again. He didn't get back to me. I called him yesterday, which was Tuesday, October 30th, and he answered the phone. He apologized. I said, no big deal. I was going to give you a couple of days to get back to me, and I understand how construction is, end of the season and everything else, so no big deal. So we finally coordinated between myself and Chris from Simmons Concrete, and I followed up with Joe Pont, who's ready to go. So I sorted things out with Joe. I'm actually headed to the lot today, which was the result of our conversation, saying that we're going to go meet today and go over everything. I brought some reduced size blueprints, which contractors love for the field. I brought a foundation plan, full size, for the basement and foundation plan. Again, makes things a lot easier when they have a full size of that particular page. The only thing I do not have, now that I'm thinking about it, is the civil drawings. I did not bring a copy of the civil drawings, darn it. But I'll talk to him if he wants me to bring a copy. We'll go from there. Our conversation when we were talking yesterday, briefly, was starting Monday, which would be, today's the 31st, tomorrow Thursday's the 1st, Friday's the 2nd, Saturday is the 3rd, Sunday's the 4th, Monday is the 5th, so that's 11/5, and that's the plan, is to start November 5th with excavation. I'll nail down the details after the meeting and figure out exactly where everything's going to stand, so we'll see how that goes. But that's the plan. Full bore, November 5th, all ahead full. So it's starting to get exciting. I spoke with one of my suppliers over at Capeway Roofing about getting the foundation, waterproofing stuff sorted out. So we're working on that. That way I can get that going. The orientation of the house has been adjusted, so now it's been turned 45 degrees like we talked about. So now it's facing, so you know what, facing south. It's facing due south, and it's facing the woods, not facing the neighbor. Not that there's anything wrong with the neighbor, but I mean, obviously, if you have a view from the front porch, you're gonna want to have a view of the woods, of nature, not of someone's backyard. So that's sorted out. That's done. No issue. They moved all the stakes. The only problem is there's additional trees in the way, which I have to take down. I haven't really thought through as far as taking those trees down. There's got to be 3 or 4 of them. I'm concerned that when I take a tree down, it's going to take some of the posts, some of the markers down. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but who knows? And other than that, I got to do that this weekend. And I also need to replace the silt fence. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, actually tomorrow into Friday. Hopefully nothing on Saturday, so I can go out there. I'm going to rent a Ditch Witch, which is a trenching tool. I'll make the groove in the dirt, put the new silt fence. I'm going to put a whole new silt fence in from edge to edge. I'm going to replace the entire silt fence. And the good thing about the Ditch Witch is I can go down 6 inches, dig up down 6 inches, and then I could put in the silt fence below grade and then backfill, put my foot in the hole to separate, that make it a J, so the silt fence comes down and then it'll come up a couple of inches. And if I put my foot in that space, I can kick in some dirt, and what I'm literally doing is anchoring the bottom of the silt fence into the dirt, and then I'll stamp it all down and get it all packed. And once I do that, any water or anything that comes down up against the silt fence will stop it. It won't let water through. It will let water through, but it won't let any of the debris through. So I'm going to do that, and then I got to figure out about the trees. I may have to cut those trees down this weekend. If I cut them down, that's done, is what it is. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with that. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys all updated. And other than that, I'm thinking about getting a GoPro. I'm not too familiar with GoPros, but I'm thinking of getting one. That way, when I start doing some more hands-on work, I can actually record some of the work itself. Listening to me talk is great fun and everything. People do it for a living. Look at Jimmy Kimmel. Look at Roseanne Barr. She used to do a talk show. I can't think of any of the current ones. They all do talk shows, and it's an absolute blast. And I am a very interactive, fun guy, so this will work. But I want to get some of the hands-on stuff. I want to be able to walk through the house and do work and be hands-free, and just record progress. I mean, that's the idea of this whole thing, is to record the progress of what's going on. Because in 6 months after working weeknights and weekends, you lose track of what's going on. You know what I mean? And you want to be able to go back and say, this is the story of how it happened, and maybe learn something. I mean, if you guys can pick up one thing from the videos, cool. You pick up a good subcontractor to use. You can pick up a good work practice. We could pick up something out of the videos. Great. And if not, if you don't, it is what it is. Maybe it's entertaining. And if it's just for me, that's cool too. I don't mind that. So stay tuned. More to come. Happy Halloween. Talk to y'all soon.